Now, today we're going to be talking about common mistakes you make when it comes to healing your trauma, part 4. Now, today's mistake is so prevalent, and I occasionally do it myself. And what this mistake does is it doesn't just hold us back from growing and healing, but it also causes a lot of background anxiety. Now, what is this mistake? Before I jump right in, let me introduce myself. For those who are new here, my name is Asha, and I work with introverted professionals and I help them overcome social anxiety and shyness so that they can confidently express themselves, stop people pleasing, and find their natural assertiveness. All right, so what is this mistake? It is invalidating your trauma by comparison. Now, this is when we judge the severity of trauma based on learning about what other people have gone through. And there's so many things wrong with it because here's the thing, when you went through what you went through as a kid, especially, you had nothing to compare it to. It was not like you said to yourself, oh, my mom just told me that I'll never amount to anything in life and I'm stupid because I didn't do the dishes right. But you know what? Jeremy from 5 blocks down, his mom says that she wishes that he was never born. So you know what? It's not so bad. That did not happen. So when you experience trauma or neglect, it's very real to you and the impact is severe. It is big. And what happens is when we compare it to other people, we are invalidating our own experiences, especially as adults. We'll look back and because it didn't happen to us right here, right now, we feel almost numb to it. And as a result, we think we've grown past it. But if you're struggling with a poor self-esteem, a lot of social anxiety, feeling unworthy, having toxic shame, then there's a lot of issues that needs to be addressed. And that's how those repressed issues are manifesting in those type of behaviors, unhealthy patterns, and a feeling of worthlessness. So what this means is that you need to look back in your experiences and allow yourself to feel the pain and understand the pain and understand the gravity of those experiences without having to compare what other people went through. What you need to do is to try to be as objective as possible and try to understand what kind of impact their parenting styles and behaviors could have had on you. Now, a lot of this work involves sometimes having to outgrow your parents, be disappointed in your parents, feel a lot of pain and anger towards your parents, and that's okay. We talked about addressing this type of pain in part 1 of this series. Now, some of us may experience some difficulty in looking back in the past and having to understand the unhealthy experiences that we may have had, especially because we become so used to it that we cannot differentiate what's healthy and what's not. So an exercise that I make all of my clients do is for them to practice imagining that all of the experiences they had as a child happened to someone else, happened to a friend, happen to someone they care about. And that allows you to practice that muscle of being able to objectively see and understand your experiences, because oftentimes we have trouble with practicing self-empathy. Now, just to wrap this all up, a common mistake that a lot of people do is minimize their pain, minimize their trauma, and as a result, they think that it goes away, but it does not. In fact, it gets repressed and it grows and it boils and it influences our behavior and it causes a lot of anxiety. So what you can do is practice imagining that things that happen to you happen to someone you care about, a friend or a niece or a nephew, and that allows you to kind of see all those experiences in a more objective light so that you can start practicing self-empathy. Alright, I hope you found this video useful, and as per usual, if any of you guys would love to overcome your social anxiety and address past traumas and really get to the root of your social anxiety and fix it from the inside out, from the bottom up, feel free to book a strategy call with me. The link is in the description. I'll talk to you guys soon.